Hey guys, it is your gypsy here, Brianna, and I am nice and sweaty. I hope you are too in this heat, but I wanted to give you ignore my background, my neighbor is doing improvements. I want to give you a garden update, so let's join me for a garden update. Yeah? Okay. Hey guys, here is part of the garden. So first thing I want to say is the new addition is the bags. I saw this at a flower garden I was at, and I just was like, oh my god, it's such a great idea. First of all, it smells amazing. I just love the way the burlap smells, but it also keeps me from having to weed around the base. And yes, I took old weights to hold them down, and you see people come in my yard and just throw crap, which pisses me off, but I'm not going to talk about that right now on my video. So this is part of the garden. Right here, I put some flowers in just to make sure that I got some bees over here. But this is all the watermelon. And you can see they are coming in pretty well. Kind of crazy, actually, which you know watermelon does. Last year, they were pretty far out into the grass. I mean, they came way out past my line, but my neighbors were cool with it, so I'm hoping that I can kind of contain them this year. But this patch here is all watermelon, and then back here I have cantaloupe, so 2 small cantaloupes here. And if you notice, you can tell the difference in the leaves. These kind of are more like a little cup, and here is the weeds are wider and longer. I have been weeding like crazy, but I just want to show this, that I have gotten this freaking weed here comes up all the time, and I have to really stay on it because it comes up and pulls up everything. Somehow he keeps getting in my yard, and he actually got into my houseplants. I probably was gardening one day and didn't officially wash my hands before I touched one of my plants and got him all in there. So I've been really careful to maintain him not getting in the garden, which I'm weeding a lot more than I was last year for some reason. I don't know if it's more of the rain or what it is, but that weed has been quite evasive. So if you've been having that problem too, and you've been having to weed a lot more, don't feel like it's just you, it's been me too. Eventually I want to get back. I went to Southern States and got the burlap bags. I hope to go back so that I can feel through here, because my mulch is going through and I'm having a freaking gopher issue with that. So my eggplants are doing a little slower than they were last year, which is surprising because I kept the same seed, so I'm not sure what that issue is. And I keep saying I'm gonna make these really nice signs, and that's what my goal is today, is to make a really nice big sign that says Gypsy Yoga Mama Garden. So I hope to do that soon, and like signs for the fruit. But I just kept these little, I was at Lowe's one day and just kind of snatched them out the plants, the pots, so that I could have some idea of what I was growing and not forget, or people are in here. This is my squash, and you can see they're coming in pretty nice. I got yellow squash, so I'm excited about that. Weird thing is my squash kind of separated, and I don't have shoes, so I'm trying not to walk in here because I saw a black widow the other day in here, so I'm trying to be careful. But this is my squash. It's separated, and I wasn't sure. I didn't plant anything right here. I had squash right here, and then I put my onions, as you can see, my red onions, and then somehow one of another squash plant got here. So as you see, this is a different squash than the Bella ones that I bought, because they grow, oh, look at that little watermelon. I'm all over the place, but as you can see, these grow like bells, kind of. And those are the ones I bought. So I'm not really sure where that other squash plant came from, but I'm not gonna stop him from growing. He's just in there. So right in the middle is my eggplant. That's the bell squash. Then I have my red onions in the middle. And then we have the thin squash that you see is coming. Like I said, I'm not really sure how, but I'm going with it. And there's a huge one in here. I'm gonna just get in there real quick. Look at that. I'm one of those gardeners that need gloves though, because I have terrible skin allergies. So I usually use gloves. That's why I'm not touching anything right now with the video, because I didn't get any gloves, and I just was like, oh, I want to come out and film. I put these sweet potatoes in just on GP because they were in my house going bad, and I was like, I want to see if they grow, and now they're freaking growing, which means I'm probably gonna have to dig them out and create something else to make them, because this squash is going crazy. And of course now my neighbor wants to cut his grass. Squash, red onions in the middle, another squash, and an eggplant. And this was all supposed to be tomatoes. So I have my green tomatoes here that are slowly coming in. I'm excited about those because I love fried green tomatoes. I don't know about y'all, but I love fried green tomatoes. Your girl will just eat those and some rice all day, all day. But then we have here, these are the yellow and orange tomatoes, and you can see one of them is turning. They grow so weird. They kind of grow like this little bell pepper almost, but then they bulb out and get really fat. So I'm excited about having those. This is something new. It's called a tomatoes. What is it? TAMOTILLOS, I believe. Anyways, it's like a tomato, but it's not a tomato. It is a Mexican, indigenous to Mexico, and it grows in this husk. You guys see? It grows in this little husk. And when they get full, the husk will kind of full up, and it'll kind of grow like almost like a pumpkin. You have to unhusk it before you cook it, and it is great for like sauces. So like I plan to blend them with like some avocado and make some great sauces for like pasta or for your chips, or to put on my pita bread and my naan, so I could just like eat it like that, because I love bread. That's all I do is eat bread. So I'm excited about having this. This is my first year growing those. I just thought they were super cool looking too, because if you really look inside, it's like these little miniature pumpkins, but in the inside it's kind of like a tomato, but it's not a tomato. So that's taking up all of this here, and I'm excited about that. And then these bell peppers, I don't even know how they really got here originally, but I didn't stop them from growing. These are not bell peppers. They are growing like habaneros. So I think I got mixed up, and sometimes that happens. You start planting things and I don't mark them. Like I told you, I forget to mark them. And then they start growing. I think they're one thing, but they're another. So these are habaneros growing in, which is cool. And so I'm excited about that too. So that's kind of the bed. My bed is a 10 by 10 if you don't know. And I hope to have my greenhouse in about a month, so that I can start moving certain things into the greenhouse, because the heat is frying a lot of stuff. My olive tree is not doing well, but we'll just, I don't give up on them. I just kind of let them do what they need to do. Maybe he's gonna figure it out or something, I'm not sure, but I'm not gonna take them out of the pot. These are all peppers, bell peppers. So that's the yellow one there that hasn't turned yellow. And these here, these slow ones, are the dark purple ones, which I'm excited about getting those out. Show you my eucalyptus. Look how big that beauty is. I am so excited to have her, because I'm going to start harvesting her, and I hope to transition her in the greenhouse so that I can grow all year round and add it to my smudge bundles, so that I can really give you fresh smudge with fresh eucalyptus grown by your girl. So I'm excited about that. These are, again, some more peppers. These are jalapenos, so I'm really excited about getting those. And they're growing it really nicely. At first I was like, oh, that pot's too small, but nope, it's doing it. So I'm not gonna stop it from doing it. These are the cherry tomatoes for Bear, because he just loves these, and they're growing amazing. This is one of the plants that terribly breaks me out very often, so I have to be very careful how I touch it. But I do want you to see that they're growing in, and we're gonna have a lot of these. I put it in a big pot because my son will just eat. So this kind of area, I didn't mulch it because I walk through it too often, and like I said, I've been seeing crazy spiders in here. I told you I had a black widow. We have a lot of wolf spiders, the jumping spiders, so I just kind of keep it black so I can see them, because I come out here very often with no shoes on. Your girl never has on shoes. So that's kind of it. Oh, peach tree is doing well. We've been eating the peaches off of it, as you can see, so it's missing some, but it's doing well in the trash can. So don't fear that you can't grow it in the trash can. As you can see, the freaking bugs and worms are killing the leaves, but she's growing, so we're eating. No beef on that. And then we just have some of the spices here. I moved most of the spices and the herbs on the deck, and I'll show you that later. But the patchouli is doing well. It's getting a little more sun than it should get, which I probably will move that. Sorrel is growing here, and I actually have lettuce still growing, so I keep letting it grow. It wants to grow, so I'm not gonna stop it from growing. But that's in there, and I'll show you all of the herbs another time. Thank you for just checking out my garden. Please don't be afraid to grow things. Start easy and fresh and just keep doing it. Oh, right here I just have a little lemon balm, and that's it right in there that all you can eat. Oh, the lavender, and she's just burning because of the sun. It's been crazy stupid hot here, but that's it. Love, light, and fucking magic. I'll see you guys later, right? Oh, my pear tree hasn't given me anything. I know somebody asked me about my pear tree. Nope, we haven't got anything on that yet, but we will. Thanks, guys. Bye.